well, I was kind of going to Michigan State University at the time. You know, just kind of roaming the streets and doing my thing up there musically. But I used to go to a lot of house parties up there, and he had this spot that was right above, it was above Wendy's, like this little Wendy's restaurant. And it was like right above it. And they had these little loft-like apartments. And they were great because they were small and they packed up like that. So, you know what I mean? If you know, was in there getting your gig on, you wanted to dance next to, you know, one of your favorites, you get up real close and he was gonna be banging the box, so it wasn't no question. But that was my main, you know, my main man back in them days, because he used to always have the freshest, hottest records and know how to play them, you know, all with everything he did. So when he got into the production thing, it's gonna be a blast, you know what I mean? You already know, as soon as Beanie Boy Records, he's like, hey man, I got this new label, I'm trying to do this thing now. Okay. And every single thing he coming with is absolute heat. After we were already sending stuff back and forth because he wanted me to do some work on some other things. And, you know, we had already did the Motherland joint with Lefa, who was an artist on What's That Music, which is my label. And we also, you know, would send back and forth new little things that we were doing. And when he hit me about this remix, this was one of the first tunes that he had sent me. And I was just amazed at the record itself. It was a really great record. But then when he asked me to remix it, I knew I wanted to do it in a very special way. So what I did was, you know, in this remix, decided to restructure by writing out the chart, you know, reprogram the drums, use the vocals in a different pathway, you know. When we got in here to record it, that was when the magic happened, because they had no idea what they were going to be playing other than what chart I brought, you know. So, you know, and I had no idea how it was going to sound. So it's like, yeah, okay, let's try this like we did back in the day, you know, back in the 70s, when people would, you know, come into the studio and they wouldn't have an idea what they're playing, but it's somebody wrote a chart. Okay, let's you know, like the Funk Brothers did. So that's the reason why this remix was special. And then, you know, it's done unconventionally. I mean, this Studio Rust Belt is like, you know, this rehashes the old days. Amazing, you know what I'm saying? So it's got a lot of soul, just like Beanie Boy and What's That Music, and it merges the two of us together. Just, and not only as friends and as individuals, but as two brothers who have different labels that just come together perfectly. When Steve said he was gonna start this label, Beanie Boy, I mean, man, I couldn't have been more proud, because he just, if anybody needed to run a label in the electronic dance music and house music industry, it's got to be this guy. Because, you know, I mean, I started What's That Music in 2006, and like 2016, he started Beanie Boy. So it was like, you know, 10 years after. I mean, and this guy, man, you talking about rocking a party? He had Timmy Regisford out at his place in Phoenix. So, you know what I mean? It's just like he was getting DJs out there, you know, guesting at his place, you know, which is awesome. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, because he's got great records, great product, and everything, and he got a passion for it. So, you know what I mean? That's what this label is for me, is to see what this brother's doing, Beanie Boy all day long. Tony Gordon, who's one of my favorite musicians of all time, keyboardist, You know, he just knows what to play when. He can look at a chord chart and just go there. You know what I mean? And really kind of emulate. You know, in one bar he can be Bob James, in another bar he can Stevie Wonder, and in the next bar you don't know what it is, and it's just some Tony Gordon doing his thing. And on bass, I enlisted my man Takashi Io, who is an amazing bassist. He's a phenomenal bassist. The the cream to the whole crop was Greg Greco Freeman on percussion. That percussionist added the elements to this record, to the beat that I created and everything. So whatever it is that we all laid, myself on guitar, Tony on keys, and Takashi on bass, Greco took that whole thing and he went to Brazil and Africa all in one with some Cuban thing. Man, that cat's something else, man. And I had a great time working on this remix because we did it just like they did back when records was made with soul.